Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Alison. So for today's video, if you guys are interested into the two comparison between the Superstay Maybelline, one is for 24 hours wear, where one is up to 30 hours wear. So if you guys want to see the comparison between the two and how they both work on my oil skin, then let's keep on watching. Alright guys, so we are zoom into my face, getting close and personal. So before we apply this to foundation, I'm going to talk about the base that I use. So today I'm using this Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer Moisturizer in a sample size. And I've been loving this. Actually, I love the natural finish looking, like my skin looks very healthy, shiny, but without the oil, and it's not thick at all. It's very lightweight, and also it does have just quite a little tackiness to hold on the foundation on top later on. And for the under eye, I'm using this BECCA Under Eye Brightener, and this is like a peach shade. I use this to cover up my dark circle and then apply my concealer, and I always do my concealer first because I want an extra coverage when I'm working on my foundation, so I always have my strip of concealer on top. And now we're gonna go in and do the comparison between the two. I want to see if there's any different and one is better than the other. I believe if you guys are here, you guys already saw my Superstay Maybelline foundation review. So now today I'm going to do a comparison side by side to see is there any difference. Is this gonna be a replacement on the old version or it's just a newer version? So first up, on the newer version, this is 30 hours wear from Maybelline Superstay Active Wear, and I got this in the shade 115, which is Ivory. And on the older version, this is also Maybelline Superstay up to 24 hours foundation, and I have this in 120, which is classic Ivory. So the shade is not exactly the same that when I purchased because it's very limited when I'm in my Target. So we're gonna test it out and see the texture, how it holds, and the foundation formula. So first off, you guys can see on the back of my hand, this size, which is a newer version, up to 30 hours wear, this is the texture of the foundation looks like. And on the other side, this is the older version, which is up to 24 hours wear, and you guys can see this is a little more liquidy, and in fact I did shake it up, so we're gonna see if there's any different. So now we're gonna go in. So with this on my face, I'm gonna use the newer version, 30 hours wear. And on this on my face, I'm gonna use my 24 hours wear. And excuse my voice today, I'm not sure why my voice is a little cracky. I might be talking a lot throughout the weekend, that's why. And as usual, I'm gonna blend it out with my sponge. I'm gonna apply a very light second layer on top of this on my face to see the coverage. So this is one side on my face. You guys can see the coverage is on, and it's more of a kind of hint of peachy finish just because of shade range. It's very limited at my local Target, so it does still looks like my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this on my face. You guys can see there's more redness, and we're gonna see how it cover up. So right off the bat, when I'm touching this foundation, I can see the texture is a little different. On this one is a little bit more watery, liquidy, and on the other side, which is a little more of a cream texture, you do have to work it fast. Alright, so both foundation ends on my skin, you guys can see the comparison. This side, this is what I'm using, and it looks very natural finish, and it dries down very quick. It's more of a solidy cream texture compared to this one, and it does give me a very nice coverage. It does cover up my redness, and I did a little extra layer on the center of my face, and you guys can see around my nose area it's a little bit dry. And I already talked about this in my review on this foundation. This foundation, if you guys have more of a dry skin to normal skin, I feel like you guys must prep it just because it does dry down very quickly, and it doesn't work well with dry skin which has a flaky skin. And at the end of the day, you will see a flaky skin with the foundation on top. So highly recommend prep well with this foundation. And now moving on to this side of the face, and right off the bat, texture wise, I would say this is more of a liquidy and easy to blend in, and you don't have to work as fast compared to this one. And the coverage, I feel like it's the same. The coverage is pretty nice, and it's also very lightweight finish. They both very lightweight, but I can tell this has a little tackiness compared to this. Not that this is tacky, but they dries down very quickly and it does feels nothing on top of the skin. Comparison, I feel like this side, it just kind of sink into the skin. Alright, so this is a close-up look to this on my face. Cover up the redness, very smooth finish. And on my nose area, it does clink in just a very little crack looking on my dryness area, but it's not that bad compared to this side. It's a very like matte finish, I would say, compared to this side. This has a more skin-like finish, and this is matte finish. So I'm gonna go in and finish my makeup, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick review after how the makeup stay on top of the face. Alright guys, so makeup is done, and I can't really tell there's any difference between the two foundation. It's just that this side is a lot more mattified and this side is more of a natural but still have a mattified finish. And as far as applying the foundation on top, I feel like both went on very smoothly. But again, if you guys have dry skin, you do have to prep it very well with this foundation underneath, just because I do have a little dryness on the cheek area, and the foundation, it just kind of not looking smooth. And once you apply your bronzer, your blush, you just kind of make it a little worse. So again, it really depends what kind of skin type you guys have, but both sides it looks very nice. And I feel like the color on this side, it makes it a little bit more of a warm tone, and on this side it just kind of brighten up your skin a little. So it really depends if you guys want your foundation matches your skin tone. I mean, a lot of foundation should matches your skin tone, but sometimes you can apply a little lighter of a foundation, just kind of brighten up your skin. So I'll be doing this test for you guys throughout the day, and we're gonna check it out and see if both sides will hold up very nicely on my oily skin, and we'll see how it holds up in this heat because it is pretty hot out there. But I'm gonna stay in my house for most of the day, and I might go work out later on, but I'm gonna check in with you guys before I go to work out and see how it looks and how it wears throughout the day, and I'll give you guys my feedback and see if this is a replacement or one is better than the other. Hey guys, I'm back for the final check-in and check back with my thoughts. So I didn't check in on the midday just because I haven't go to my workout yet, and it's already 8:30. So I've been wearing this foundation for about 8 hours wear. So this on my face, which is a 30 hours wear foundation, and this on my face is a previous version, or the version that might run out later. This is the 24 hours wear, and honestly, I do not see much of a difference. As a coverage, they look the same, and the wear test, I feel like they are pretty much the same. And the only thing that I can notice is when I touch my skin, which is this on my skin, it's a lot more lightweight. I can't feel any texture, like any foundation on top of the face. And the oiliness, it gets slightly, like tiny little less oily. You can't really tell unless you look into the skin, like staring yourself in the mirror for about a minute. So I would say there's no huge difference between the two of them. I feel like this, it does still get me oily. So 8 hours wear, this foundation, both of them, it wears very nicely on my oily skin, and this is the oil that after 8 hours I haven't blocked. So they're pretty long lasting on oily skin for both foundation, but you really have to pick one thing between the two that's different. I would say this side, it feels a little oilier, just a slightly tiny little, you can really tell, and you can feel the texture, and you can feel like there's foundation on this foundation compared to this side. But again, if I have to compare this foundation with something else, I can really tell there's foundation on top with this foundation. But if we have to compare them by side, I feel like this is good for people who have more of an oily skin, because it looks very natural finish, controls the oil, and also it feels a lot more lightweight, and you don't actually feel like there's a foundation on top on your face at all compared to this side. But really, they're pretty similar, but I can't really test out the wear test for 24 hours or 30 hours because I normally don't wear this foundation for up to 24 hours basically. So after 8 hours wear this both foundation, it still looks very nice. I mean, I still get oily on my T-zone because I have oily skin, but the foundation is stay put very well. So I would say there's not much of a difference between the two of them. It's just one of them, I feel like it's more for people who have an oilier skin. And if you guys have more of a normal skin, I would say go with this one, just because you need to prep very well if you use this foundation on a normal skin, because it does get a little drier around my rims of the nose. So again, there's not much of a difference in my personal experience. But again, if I have oily skin, I would just go with the 30 hours wear, because this, I feel like it's more for people who have oily skin. It's good to start with. It's more lightweight comparison, less oily, I would say, but need to be very well prepped underneath with your primer and your moisturizer. So again, I hope you guys like this foundation review. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and I hope this video does help you guys out to see what are the difference between the two foundation. They're both Superstay, and one is 30 hours wear, one is 24 hours wear. And if you guys have any question, let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys try both foundation, let me know what are your favorite one, or you didn't see a huge difference on it, or you would choose one over the other. Let me know in the comments down below. So with that being said, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up here to support me here, and also subscribe down below on my channel so you get a lot of more foundation reviews and hauls and a lot of type of lifestyle video on my channel. So if you guys like this, please support me here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.